here with Ted King, who actually worked on the movie, didn't you? Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, sure. I was asked to help the stunt guys actually prepare the cars for the vehicles which were used out of the reservoir here, and I was the one that sort of worked with the other guys to actually help put all the flame bars in the front and set the cars up for typically the stunts, which none of them went right anyway, but no warranty on that, but everything went really good that way. So it was an interesting time for me, sort of work on them.
Fantastic. And can you tell me about the car that you've got here today?
This car is a 1934 Rio. Rio is an American car. The O stands for Oldsmobile. The two first initials is the manufacturer's initials, Ransom Eli Olds. So that's why all as a self-shifter, this was the forerunner of the automatic. It's got it changes gears automatically at 14 mile an hour. Wow. Yeah, so it's a nice cruising car, 6-cylinder, American car. And it was originally a car that was bought out of Melbourne. A farmer down there bought it for his daughter for her 21st birthday present. And she drove it round until about 1960 when she was getting a bit tired of driving it. She put the ding in the front mudguard and then wouldn't drive it after that. So I went in the shed and sat in there for quite some time until an uncle of hers got hold of it, and he started to do some work on it, jacked it up in the shed and pulled the brakes off, and then he passed away in his sleep, and the doors of the shed never got opened again until over a year ago when I bought it. So it came out of the shed.
Wow, what a story. And what's it been like for you, this experience? I mean, 40 years on, you were part of the film. How are you enjoying the festival? What's it been like for you?
I find it's fascinating to go back and the fact that I worked on the stunt vehicles and now I'm getting on a bit, and I can look back and wonder how we just never killed anybody with the stunts. Really, we should have written off half the town, I'll tell you. Because when we rigged the cars up, they had petrol on the bonnet and soap mixed together. And then we had a flame bar across the front which had an LPG pilot light, and that fed into a trough which was controlled from a tap inside, which actually sent pressurised petrol and kerosene out to the front of the radiator. So at the appropriate time, the stunt guy had to turn these taps on and ignite all the fuel under the bonnet and then do the jump, and it went wrong and the car rolled over. And it's a wonder it just didn't go bang then. Of course, then the second car we used, and it wasn't much better either. The second car we bought in the main street in town, and we actually took it around the Shire yard and got the Shire to use their front end loader to actually crush the roof down so we could use it in the stunts. And if you look at the last picture of the stunts out of the res, you'll see it's a different motor car we're using because we've written off the first one. So,
fantastic. Thank you so much for your time.
A pleasure. So, thanks very much. So.